Carwick made a point of saying, we outground ball Virginia last time we played.
New netminder Andrew Lehrman, the sophomore, takes over for the legend Matt Lacombe in net.
Second year, this is his group, his defense. He played very well on Saturday, didn't get tested.
On Saturday, 7-6. Came down to the wire against Hobart. Fisher Burke trying to win.
And everything they're possibly going to be asked to do.
Here's Druin, first shot, back of the net. Colgate wastes no time getting on the board. Takes
very, very deliberate. Great shot, shoots it high to high. Just tough to stop the ball inside 5 yards.
Here's Perry dodging down the right alley. Back of the net, Nathan Cobry, new man on the attack group. That one whipped wide, feeds middle. Little stutter step. Malone thought about it, now fires. Save made by Lehrman, got his shoulder onto it, and it is back. Malone thought about it. Cobry circles, fires. That one may have been deflected. They do not reset the shot clock, so just missed wide by Arendt. Back up top. Perry dodges. Malone missed it high. Still Harvard ball, only 7 to shoot though. Gonna have to go quick here. Roll on the close defense for Harvard. Druin forced to give it up here. This is Quinn Spillett trying to muscle his way in, has it knocked away. Battle for the ground ball, and Colgate had it for a moment, still up for grabs as they battle to the corner, and it will be Raiders ball. Quick stop and start, a bounce shot wide that time from Andrew Kiefer, the sophomore from Katona, New York.
Interesting group here defensively, getting caught on the field. That's Jack Spidell, and that's a great timeout. Spidell, the attackman, forced to play some defense, along with Jack Peterson, who's an offensive midfield line players. Even more chances to develop and get there sooner.
Yeah, they do have a busy first week as well. 3 games in the span of a week from Saturday to Saturday. All good opponents too. Providence, Colgate, and then Syracuse coming up this weekend. Here's Malone with a shot, he scores. Just challenged Lehrman, who saw the shot but didn't get the stick quite up in the right spot. And Teddy Malone's got 5 goals through 5.
For him, you see, catches it on that right-handed alley wing, pulls up at 10 yards. That's a really great shot. And on a left-handed goalie, it's tough to read, but great job in the mix here with this first group.
Spidell back of the net. Ip with a chance, he scores! A career marker for Logan Ip, number 50 for the senior from California. Had a goal and an assist in the opener against Providence. Spidell sets him up there.
Of the season from Jack Spidell at 7:55.
Here's Fowler working against Wyatt Wiggins. Now draws the slide from Muller. Colgate shifting out some of the attack unit here. Fowler works off the screen, a bounce shot. Circles back, lob over the top, nice catch. Spidell on the run, up the gut, the dish, and the score! Cobry punches it home, but Spidell with a sweet setup.
That is such an unbelievable statement for Jack Spidell, doing all the work there, gets right to the doorstep and sets up the expectation and the unselfishness. Great kind of semi-dip and dunk. Lehrman's on the way down as Cobry sticks that top shelf, but that's it.
Took Peterson with him all the way back up the field. Cortez is stuck out there on defense right now. Colgate trying to exploit it. Aggressive defending here by DeCone. Falling down, a shot and a save made by Stevens. Raceful to the top of the formation for Arendt. Colgate nearly offsides there. Now Fowler picks it up. Takes a shove from Muller. Fowler split 2. Fowler shot, saves Stevens. Rebound in front. Stevens got the follow-up. Oh, Druin.
That was the best save combo yet of the young season for Stevens. But look at that opportunity. Look at this rebound. Those are the 2 best offensive players for Colgate, trying as hard as they can.
And turn it over. Here comes Ip. Got it right back. Ip the other way, shakes himself free. Didn't get a lot of the bouncer, and it's punched in. I think Spidell basically just treated that one like
You do it, but if you're not going to go behind the cage, you got to get your hands on these loose balls in front of the goal. Spidell has had a great first quarter. You see Ip gets over the top to his right hand, rebound, and just like you said,
corner for Jack Spidell, and Harvard pours it on after Colgate scored in the opening minute. They are held silent after that, and the Crimson right now on a 5-0 run. Make a switch. Umansky has stayed in there, and he rewards their faith from the coaching staff by forcing a turnover.
Umansky took every face-off against Providence. The coaches are taking a different approach to how they're making the playing time decisions, turning an analytical view to the face-off game. It's great, puts his own name on the program.
Colgate trying to get back in transition, but it's too late. Cobry had acres of space, and he's got his second goal of the day.
Ben, we're seeing some more pressure on that ride. You have to leave the farthest guy open when you run any pressure on a ride. And there you see Cobry gets to the left hand. He's a right-handed player on the scout. You can see he's pretty wide open there. That's almost like we dare you to shoot it. Dropped it till about 3 o'clock and hung that in the far court. You could see in here.
Up by Harvard with 16 to shoot.
Don't want to talk about what's going to happen on Saturday before we get through Tuesday. But this just is, I got to think they made this decision in the coaching room. They're going to need as much experience and contribution Saturday as they can get.
It goes 5-hole, and Turley got the helper. That was a dangerous pass from Turley through the entirety of the defense, but it got to Ip, and he goes 5-hole. And a shot by Sean Jordan. Eldridge lost it on the catch. Harvard off to the races with numbers. Guest dishes. Masnick punches it home. First career goal for the sophomore from Canada, Jared Masnick. Cage. Oh, Wiggins got it right upfield to Masnick, and Lehrman was scrambling back. And Masnick missed a golden opportunity to get his second in a row. And Colgate wants another timeout here.
You've seen a lot of 10-man out of Colgate, giving Harvard some.
Cortez.
This is a very right-handed lineup for Harvard. Everyone that's on the field, their strength is right-handed. That's why you're seeing those right-handed alley dodges.
Oh, there you go. The Spidell special behind the back goal.
Jack Spidell has scored a lot of those goals over his career at Harvard, and that's what
Perry and John Arndt. So the mixing and matching continues for both the attack unit and the midfield for the Crimson. Arndt holding. Moves to Turley. Whips it across. And Masnick couldn't look it into the catcher's mitt there.
with these glowing lacrosse balls, I think it makes the game so much easier to watch.
And so much easier for us to see as well. Spidell again, feed bouncer in, Malone. Carbon copy of the goal from the first quarter. Spidell up the gut, feeds the edge of the crease, and this time it's Malone who bounces it in for the hat.
Harvard up 7.
So look at Harvard's offensive coordinator, Neil Hutchinson. Malone showing Spidell the love. Third assist of the day for Spidell. And Malone with the first half hat trick. Ip. Malone. Back to Ip. He walks it into the box. Down to the right side. Spidell fake shot. Cobry with 8 seconds. Back up it comes. Perry hits it under the bar. First shot of the day for Andrew Perry, finds the back of the net.
That's definitely close to triple digits. It kicks out through X. You see the action in front. Spidell gets in someone's way, but Andrew Perry's got his hands free. That is 15-yard. He's throwing a hammer right at the crossbar.
Surprised that it was kind of the veterans who got it going for the Crimson, starting with Teddy Malone.
Teddy Malone has played great. The attack has really played at the next level today for Harvard. The issue for Colgate has been Jack Spidell in transition.
Out toward the top of the formation. Gives it over to Quinn Spillett. Down to 40 on the shot clock. Low shot and a score. Just setting his feet and letting it rip was Spillett. Now, goals from the first half, Adam, you pointed out a lot of them kind of coming from further out.
Still not covering behind the cage for Colgate. I'm very surprised, but they're leaning into their great goaltender.
Cobry circles to the back, creates the space, quick little give and go. Cobry couldn't make the catch back the other way. And Lehrman, the goalie, wins the race. And they start to chip away at the deficit.
Here's some of that depth for the defensive short stick. You got McLaughlin and Picorni. They're playing 5 student athletes at the defensive short stick position. That is going to give them such an advantage as the season goes on.
Quinn Kelly pawing away there, and Kelly back out with this midfield group. Here's Ip. Back of the crease, Malone has time to assess. Turley to Perry. Gets through the first wave. Nice feed across, and Malone drills it. Back-to-back 4-goal games for Teddy Malone.
Malone knows right where to be. He might not score an easier goal all year. Harvard's offense is really clicking with their spacing, and the off-ball 5 are really reacting to the on-ball dodger.
Well, going into the year, it was Erickson, but the penalty was actually away from that against Patty Eldridge for interference.
Colgate penalty
So
assessed
here's the
against
Harvard
number
man up.
48, Patty Eldridge, a 30-second technical for interference.
Crimson
Colgate
had one
penalty
man up
assessed
going
against number
Saturday.
48,
They'll get another
Patty
one
Eldridge,
here.
a 30-second
Andrew
technical
Perry
for
letting another one
interference.
fly. His second of the day.
Is really clicking on the extra. You see the ball spins top down, not from X. Ip's throwing that ball top down to Perry, who's got his hands free, and he can just snap that back hip into it. Almost nothing the goalie can do.
Shifts around one, draws the double. Arndt has to go low to catch it. Got to the middle, can't get his hands free. Now it's Cortez with 5 to shoot. Cortez across, and a jumping score. Malone again fires one home on the quick stick. What a great job by Cortez to set him up.
And we will take a timeout on the field, a media timeout. Fans, it's time to announce the winner of tonight's Harvard.
That would pay off in some parity for college lacrosse.
Well, we know Matt Carwick's doing his part, right? He scheduled Penn State, he scheduled Virginia, he scheduled Harvard.
Assisted by number 55, Francisco Cortez at
There's Colgate getting on the board again.
Freddie Fowler, Coach Carwick's group, they play great.
But today it's been all Burke. Jack Peterson out there with this midfield group for Harvard, along with Jackson Green and Oscar Wolleson. So Harvard going a little younger now. Here's Nate Cobry. Shot on from Peterson, saved by Lehrman. And he'll get the rebound as well. Druin just looking for his second goal of the day. Backing Arndt down. Now nobody on him. Druin has to give it up though, as Muller came crashing in, turning the corner. Bounce shot would have been wide from Crotty.
Colgate being a little bit more deliberate. That was the first on-ball pick we've seen this game for them.
Clock, 8 on the game clock. Peterson tried to get it into the middle. Ball up for grabs. It's going to be a shot clock violation. Colgate's really not going to have enough time to do anything significant here. They'll just chuck it up the field. Muller gets in the way of it.
At the end of
and that will do it for the third quarter. So Harvard does not let the Raiders any closer. Crimson remain fully. Druin looking for options. Fowler has 2 today. Tripped up. Able to get the ball away before he was surrounded. And misconnection there.
ESPN Plus, you'll have a pretty good idea of what Colgate wants to do. Can you stop them? That's a whole nother thing. But I think the challenges of when you lose get you better. I think that quote is going to ring in the Colgate locker room.
Another bouncer in close. McMone on the board.
Coach Byrne had mentioned McMone in the preseason phone call. The Pittsburgh native, great
second-year guys.
Agreed. I think with Lehrman in goal, that's going to give them a lot of confidence. I think the more they play these 10-man rides and the more they play this zone defense, it's only going to allow the offense to grow.
Nice work by Drew, and he got in the middle there. Found a little crease, and he's
get better. But their team identity and what they need to do to win will develop. And the players on offense will understand if they're a fast pace or a slow pace.
And around. Trying to see who the third midfielder is.
Francisco Cortez carrying the water for the Young Bucks here, doing a great job.
Oh, another BTB. This time it's Masnick. Second style goal of the night for Harvard, and it's the second for the sophomore from British Columbia.
Speak of the devil, let's talk about coincidence. That's Cortez.
We see that.
Coach Carwick talked about it on the phone call. He lets his players play. It's not like they're reckless and loose with the ball. Everything they're doing in the transition or taking risks like that have worked. They have a pole goal. You know, they're not turning the ball over on the 10-man.
Trying to squeeze it short side there was Andrew Kiefer. Stevens, and you can't really ask for much more from the sophomore.
He has yet to see 30 shots in the season in 2 games. Harvard's put almost more than that on Cage just today.
Nice long pass up ahead. Another great chance. This one goes. Wiley Warshall taking the home run pass and putting it away for the Raiders.
Colgate's done a good job of playing quickly when they have the opportunity.
Koenig scoops it away from him. We talked about the ground ball battle being sort of a big indicator between these two. Harvard now with a 31-22 edge in that department. Turnover again, winds up in the back, so Colgate ride showing some effectiveness. That one put away by Fowler to finish off his hands. Could play a factor as well. Expected to see maybe a mix of snow and rain in the area on Saturday. It's going to start later on in the week and just kind of be a presence throughout the weekend. Here's Masnick. Had that beauty of a BTB'er earlier. And Jerry Burns says let's... So after a first half that was essentially blemish-free, a few more penalties here as this one's gone on.
Wyatt Wiggins, a 1-minute penalty for slashing at 12:23. Number 23, Wyatt Wiggins, 1 minute for slashing at
Sean Jordan nearly intercepted that one clean. Shot goes wide off the wing.
You can see the
backed
difference.
Up by Harvard.
You can see the difference in the speed. He plays on that Long Island midfield with Peterson and Green. He's definitely going to help those 2 players develop. He's been in a lot of big games.
Spidell, Malone, tick, tack, goal.
If I am correct, and I usually am not, that might be Malone's all-time high personal goals in a game. Great job by Jack Spidell, knowing exactly where the ball needs to go.
One final possession here for Colgate with 10 seconds to go. They'll give it to Druin, the New Hampshire native. Try to get him one more opportunity. He'll feed to the middle, ball squeezed out. And the horn will sound, signaling the end of this one. So Teddy Malone puts the exclamation point on it, and Harvard comes away with a 9-goal win. The Crimson Team 8. For our entire crew, Jess Todd, the coach, Adam Pascal, and our producer, Joe Frankman, I'm Ben Alcher saying so long from Jordan Field in Cambridge. The